Good morning, everyone. I hope you are all having a great day. Today, my informative speech will be about the war between Iran and Israel and how people believe that the U.S. should respond. As you can tell, there's lots of division on whether the U.S. should be involved and how they should be involved. I learned this by using information news sites as well as talking, communicating with people on both sides of the spectrum, people from Israel as well as people from different of the parties. And we will see how these people believe we should be involved by looking at just generally the major views of the parties as well as Israel and Iran's views. So let's get started. First of all, we have the Republican Party. The Republican Party generally supports the U.S. joining militarily and is actually advocating for military aid, believing that Iran is a huge problem that we need to deal with and work together with and stop them before they hurt a lot more people. Overall, though, in 2015, Iran did have a nuclear deal to create nuclear weapons, and the Republican Party opposes that and sees that as a major threat to our democracy and actually is supporting sanctions on Iran, is trying to do and believe that we should do everything possible to stop this global threat. But this isn't the only main party. To fully understand this conflict, we need to examine the Democratic Party's views as well. So, Democratic Party supports Israel as well, but they don't want troops on the ground. See, they agree with more sanctions and want the stopping fighting to stop. They want the US to take more of a pacifist neutral ground and work on bringing these two countries together and not helping them split and fight. And actually what's interesting is most Democrats actually support the nuke deal in 2015 because they believe it limits Iran's nuclear power and capability. But now that I've discussed the two parties, we need to shift our focus to how Israel and Iran feel. So, Israel. Israel really would like the US to help militarily and views Iran as a very dangerous threat that needs to be dealt with force and very possible before countries are hurt. But Iran's views are really different, and you can really see that in how they view the US possibly joining. They view US as a hostile foreign power that's just trying to generally flex and show their might and just limit Iran. But with this, they also view the U.S. as anti-imperialism as well as Muslim due to their attacks and bombings of their bunker sites that U.S. has done so far. But to circle back, the world powers as well as the American people are just generally divided on how the U.S. should be involved. While some believe they should, others do not. We learned this by looking at the Republicans, Democrats, as well as Israel's and Iran's views on the matter. This choice to join is crucial and can determine where we all will be in the future years. If we don't make a right choice, there's going to be consequences. We need to make sure that the actions we decide to take are well thought through. Be sure to conduct further research outside of this general information session and beyond this speech overall to generally know and feel what you do to go and protest or whatever to get the US government to either not join the war or join the war. So keep learning and keep staying informed and have a great rest of your day.